going to be a video on how to increase your chances of winning in Paragon. Now I've selected one of my replays here. This is quite an intense battle that we had here. Okay, there's several things that I want to focus on that are going to help you win games. Okay, so the first one here, okay, is to take a look at last hits. A lot of people don't understand that last hits get you a greater amount of card EXP. Okay, so you see these little balls that they're picking up in the middle here. Okay, they are a lot less than the amount of XP that you get from getting a last hit. Okay, so if we take a look, you'll see here Miss Keisha has 6, we got 5, we got 6, 0 and 6. Okay, and on our side 0, 8, 5, 2 and 1. Okay, so these guys are going to be farming better, so their early game is going to be a lot better than ours at the moment. 31 to 17, almost twice as many guys. Okay, these guys are out farming us 2 to 1. Now because of that, they're almost going to be getting 25% more card experience, which is going to allow them to level up. If you have a look, 6 cards, 6 cards, 6 cards, 6 cards, 6 card versus 6, 6, 3 and 6 here. Okay, so you see these guys are slightly more farm than us right now. Sorry, we're slightly more, no, yeah, they're slightly more farm than us. So it's very important that you get these last hits, okay? Rather than just kind of randomly auto-attacking minions, yeah? You gotta wait for the health to get down. You'll notice, if we go down a little bit, okay, we'll get close to the minions. You'll notice that on their health bars, there are little black lines at the top, okay? So it's just gone past the second, third, and then into the last one. Now you want to try and last hit when the health is in that last section, just there. Okay, that would be a good easy last hit on the blue minion. Okay, if we take a look at the orange, yeah, you'll see going down into that last section, that would have been your last hit. Okay, so that's an important aspect of the game. Okay, the other important aspect of the game is your positioning. Okay, so if we take a look, at me, I'm all the way over here. Okay, whee, all through the foliage. There we go. Positioning. Okay, here, halfway on the map. Okay, if you do not have an escape, you need to have a ward placed. Now an ideal location for a ward is somewhere around here. Now what a ward is going to do is, if you keep your eye on the map, you see how our Chimera is coming? They have no detection over here. So our Chimera can run around behind these guys, look at this gank right now, okay, and can start attacking just like so. Okay, so their Muriel, the one in the black here, was overextended. She was over here. She had no wards, and she hasn't got an escape. That could have cost her dearly. Yeah, she could have died then. Right? So you got to make sure that your wards are placed properly. Here's a ward here. This is a really bad place for a ward. Okay. Ideally, well, this is a really bad place for a ward as well. Ideally, you want it somewhere either down here, up on these rocks if you can get it, in the foliage here. Sometimes you can get it in there. Okay, around here, because what this will show you on the map, okay, and you'll get a ping. It'll go doo 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 doo. When that happens, okay, you know someone is coming into your lane. Yeah. So warding is extremely important. Okay, so if we go over here, you can see the orange team, they've got a ward here. This is going to scout if anyone tries to attack the middle from this side. If we take a look over here, you'll see there is another ward here from the orange team. This is also going to stop people from ganking from the other side. So the person that we got in the middle, the orange guy, Gideon here, okay, he has the opportunity to overextend. He can go past this halfway point for two reasons. First off, he's got an escape. He can get out of there. The second reason is he is covered both sides by wards. If he is keeping an eye on the map, that thing in the top right hand corner, if he's keeping an eye on the map, then he can have reaction time. So he can overextend a little bit. So he could see that their Fae was coming down here, so he quite rightly backed off. Okay, you see that gave him the reaction time to work on. Okay, so if you're going to overextend, you've got to have these wards placed down. Okay, if you don't have these wards down, you have to be very careful of how you overextend. Okay, so this blue person here, if we take a look, they've got a blue ward just there. You can see it whee, all the way down here. Here in the foliage. Okay, just here. This is going to enable the blue team to overextend, and for her to get a warning sign if someone's trying to gank them. Okay, the orange team also have wards here. This is why this was such a good game. There was so much vision from everywhere. Okay, that helped the orange team there survive a gank because of the ward. He was able to react early. He was able to back off. Okay, and as such, he survived that gank. Okay. Let's go back to the middle. So last hitting, ward placement, guys. Okay. The last thing I really want to talk about on how to win a game is your map awareness. Okay. If you can see, I've just noticed that on this side, these guys are out of position. So I've come all the way over here. Our Chimera has destroyed one, and we come over and we decide that what we want to try and do is take this other person out. And you'll see what we do is we corner her and body block her. If you see, yeah? Look at that body blocking we got going on there. We weren't quite able to get the kill, but what you want to try and do, okay, if you're aware someone is overextending and you can make it over there, okay, and get a kill, this will allow you to do several things, okay? It will allow you to gain greater card experience, which is what you need to get items in order to become more powerful than your opponents, and it enables you to do things like push towers. Okay, so you've got to be aware of what is happening in this top right hand corner of the map. Okay, the better awareness you have of what's going on, the more chance there is for you to take opportunities and be able to, wow, to be able to take objectives. Look at this Gideon ultimate. That's nice. Couldn't quite finish him off, but then our Chimera comes in from the back. Their tunnel vision, no map awareness. Chimera is able to take out two people straight away. Okay. Their ward, no ward here. Okay, their ward has gone. And that enabled our Chimera to sneak in from the side and destroy this. Now, the last thing that I want to talk on, and this is so imperative. So imperative, okay? When you kill people, when you take down heroes, enemy heroes, okay, you have to be looking at taking objectives. So many games I used to see where people would come in, kill 4 people, and then run off to the jungle and farm. Okay? This is not what you want to do. You need to be taking these towers. You've got to take down this T1 tower. Then you can take down the T2 tower up here. Okay? And then once you've taken the T2 tower down, you take out the inhibitor, which then spawns super minions for your own team. And then you want to be taking out this core right here. So when you take out 2, maybe 3 of the enemy, you really want to be pushing hard on these towers. Remember, this is not a game about killing people. This is not a game about your KDA average. Okay? This is a game about objectives. And your objectives are kill the T1 tower, kill the T2 tower, kill the inhibitor, destroy the core. Okay? So you've got to be looking at what kind of objectives you want to take. Now I'm going to spin this on a little bit. There is an opportunity for you to show you a tactic with one of the primes. Okay, so what we did later on in the game. Allow me to just spin this on. Let's have a look. See where the towers are. Right, so I think it might be about here. Might be about here, okay? Or is it here? I've got to find the bit where we take the prime. Come on, where's the prime? Okay, so at this point we've taken out 3 of their team, and I believe this is where I've got to find it, where we decide to take the prime. Here we go. So here we come. We're coming in taking the prime. Now this is a tactic of how you can win with the prime, with the whole of the opposition being up. Okay. So we decimate this prime very, very quickly, and I take the buff. Now the reason I wanted to take the buff was because I had a specific tactic in mind to help us win this game. Now you'll notice what I do as soon as I pick this up. Okay, I get it, and I start running directly for their altar. Okay, now whilst I'm doing this, what I did is I had map awareness. I noticed my team were running up the opposite side of the map. Okay, Now what most people do with the Prime is they try to rush it straight into the altar. But I'm realizing that my team, okay, my team are rushing up the opposite side. So I'm here, I've got two teammates here, and if you notice what the opposition does, all 5 of their team members come down this side. Now, what I decide to do, rather than trying to rush up here and put the Prime into their altar, I'm just going to sit back and hold it. I'm going to sit back and hold it. There's 3 of our guys occupying 5 of theirs, 4 of theirs. Okay. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map over here, okay, whilst it's 3v4, and I'm just sitting back holding the Prime, making sure that the opposition don't get it, okay, our 2 teammates over here are taking out another inhibitor. So this is 2v1. All they need to do is just clear this creep wave whilst we're messing around playing with those guys at the end there. Okay. As we do that, a Chimera comes in like so. He dies. Doesn't make a difference. When the next creep wave comes down, Murdoch takes out this tower. Okay. So this is a tactic. I'm just sitting back. I'm all the way over here at the back at the safety. Yeah. I don't care that our whole team's going down because they're all the way over here. Meanwhile, this creep wave comes in and watch this tower melt. Okay, so this is a really good tactic to use when you've got the Prime. Don't always think of the Prime as you've got to get it in the altar. You've got to get that buff. You can use it as a bait. Okay, and what we did was we baited 4 of their team members over to this side because they wanted to kill the Prime, because they knew if they got the Prime that would bring their inhibitors up. Okay, in a few seconds time you'll see me back at the base here. Okay, just starting to leave the base, and you'll notice the purple flashing dot on the map will disappear. Okay, that means that the Prime is expended. Okay, we have, there we go, it's gone, the Prime is gone, and no one's used it apart from the fact that we used it to bait out getting an inhibitor on their right hand side. And pretty soon after this you can see in about a minute's time they surrender. Okay, they surrender. So you've got to be very much aware of what your team members are trying to do. Okay, so there's some of my top tips on how to improve your Paragon game and how to get yourself winning. Okay, I'm currently sitting around about an 80% win rate, just at 14.37 ELO. I'm in the top 2% of players that play Paragon, and they're just some of the tips that I would use in order to win a game of Paragon, guys. Okay, I'll speak to you soon. Take care, and thank you for watching.